Welcome back, viewers. Today my topic is poem prayer for the students of class 10th. If you are a student of class 10th, please keep open your textbook, page number 76. Dear students, this beautiful poem is written by one of the famous Kashmiri poets, Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor, and this poem is translated into English by Professor Ghulam Rasool Malik. Dear students, the poem is more beautiful in its original Kashmiri language. Its beginning lines are Sahibo Sacham Mechoni Wat Me Aslach Hautam Kot Kala Roz Bezan Zanhan Mas Chautam. This poem is considered as one of the great poems of this Kashmiri poet. Before understanding the poem, let's know something about the poet of the poem, Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor. Dear students, Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor was born on 11th of August 1887. He was born at Mitrigaon, District Pulwama, J&K. He was regional administrator. उर्दू में हम कहते हैं वो पटवारी था. He was also a great poet. He died on April 9, 1952 at the age of 66. Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor was so much famous in his life that a full-length movie was made on his life. He is considered as the beginner of didactic poetry in Kashmiri language. यानी कि रिलाइट का मतलब है कासिद, लाने वाला, and didactic poetry means होश अफजा. शायरी में गुलाम अहमद महजूर का मुकाम कश्मीर के बड़े बड़े शायरों में है. महजूर एक ऐसे लेजेंड थे कश्मीर के जिनकी हालात जिंदगी, जिनकी लाइफ पर एक फिल्म भी बनाई गई है जिसका नाम है शायरी कश्मीर. एंड प्रोफेसर दिस Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor can be well termed as the poet of Kashmir. Dear students, this poem is highly religious. In this poem, the poet is addressed to God. We can say that this poem is addressed to God, the Almighty, the Creator and the Manager of this whole universe. As we all believe, there is none who can fulfill our demands. It's only and only God who manages each and everything, who creates and destroys, who is the most kind and the most merciful. Before reading the poem, let me explain the meanings of some new words. Dear students, the word devil means exist, hang out, or to live in a particular place or in a particular way. उर्दू में हम कहते हैं पड़ा होना, कशर पे वना पेमुत आसुन. Here is another word, it's ignorance. Ignorance means lack of knowledge, la ilmi ya gaflat. Chant means to sing, gungunana. Vanish means disappear, गायब होना, खत्म हो जाना. Nectar means sweet liquid, आब हयात. हम सभी जानते हैं कि जो हनी बीज हैं, शहद की मक्खियां, वो फूलों पे बैठकर जो वो लिक्विड चूस लेती हैं और फिर शहद बनाती हैं. जो वो थोड़ा सा लिक्विड होता है फूलों पे, that can be called as nectar. Dawn means first light of day, subh sadiq, and its antonym is dusk. Dusk means वो वक्त जब दिन की रोशनी खत्म हो जाती है, शाम का वक्त. Now let's read the poem line by line. I hope that you all will concentrate on the poem. I am going to read the poem line to line. Lord, you are my hope and trust. Lead me to the way of truth. How long shall I dwell in ignorance? Pour me the nectar of knowledge. Dear students, here Lord means the Creator, God, Allah, and this way of truth means right way, right path. हमारे मजहब में है, जो कि सूरे फातिहा में भी है, सिरातुल मुस्तकीम, नेक लोगों का रास्ता, सच्चा रास्ता. As we all know that there are two ways in front of us. One way leads to Allah and another way leads to devil. यानी कि one way leads to hell and one way leads to heaven. The poet wants to walk on the way that leads to the Creator. He wants to walk on the right path. He requests his Lord that he is his hope and trust. He calls his Lord that he is his hope and trust. And he requests him to lead him to the way of truth. वो खुदा से दुआ करता है, अपने खुदा से, कि मुझे सच्चे और नेक रास्ते पे चलाओ. How long shall I dwell in ignorance? Pour me the nectar of knowledge. As we all know that ignorance means lack of knowledge, la ilmi. The poet seems unwilling to remain without knowledge. He wants to gain knowledge. He wants to know about this universe. He wants to know about himself and about his God. Pour is a verb. It means to drop, especially a liquid. We can say, pour somewhat on my hands. Pour का मतलब है डालना. He requests his Lord to pour upon him the nectar of knowledge. Here nectar of knowledge means sweetness of knowledge. Abi hayat. Here in this line, the poet uses the poetic device of metaphor. He means from nectar of knowledge, the sweetness of knowledge. Next line, lend ear to my willing and please, cure me of ills and pains, be kind each moment to me, let me never feel and more. In these two lines, the poet requests his Lord to listen to his cries and emotional requests. And he requests him and he wants cure for his ills and pains. ये सर दर्द या पेट दर्द नहीं है, बल्कि लाइल्मी में रहकर जो दर्द शायर को महसूस होता है, उसी दर्द का इलाज शायर चाहता है. Be kind each moment to me, let me never feel and want. इस लाइन में शायर अपने खुदा से रिक्वेस्ट करता है कि मुझ पर हमेशा काइंड रहो, मुझ पर रहम करो और मुझे कभी भी जरूरत में मत डालो. क्योंकि जब हम जरूरत में पड़ जाते हैं तो हम गैर खुदा के सामने अपनी झोली और अपने हाथ फैला देते हैं. Next two lines, save me from sloth, infirmity and doubt, surcharge my heart with passion, zest and hope. Save me from sloth. Sloth means unwillingness to work or make any effort. इसका मतलब है काहेली. And infirmity means, we all know that firm means something that cannot be bent easily, जो मजबूत हो. We say he is firm on his decision. इसका मतलब है वो अपने फैसले पर कायम है, मजबूत है. So here infirmity means कमजोरी. जिसको हम मोमिन कहते हैं उसको हम कहते हैं फर्म. एंड इनफर्म मीन्स वो शख्स जो कमजोर हो दीन में, भरोसे में, फेथ में. इनफॉर्मिटी एंड डाउट मीन्स शक. सरचार्ज माई हार्ट विद पैशन, जेस्ट एंड होप. सरचार्ज मीन्स to supply with an extra amount of energy at spark. तो इसका मतलब है to surcharge. Surcharge means कोई चीज किसी दूसरी चीज में ज्यादा भर देना, फुल कर देना किसी चीज को. तो शायर चाहता है कि उसके दिल में खुदा बहुत ज्यादा शौक और लगन और उम्मीद पैदा करे. Now let's read the rest of the poem. Let me not ever change the sleep-inducing tales. Let me sing the songs which infuse life into the dead. Dear students, as I have already mentioned it before, that chant means to sing and sleep-inducing tales means boring stories. The stories that make someone boring, that make someone sleepy. The poet seems unwilling to tell people boring stories. He wants to tell people something real, something original, something based on truth. Let me not ever change the sleep-inducing tales. Let me sing the songs which infuse life into the dead. To infuse means to fill. The poet wants to fill a new life into those people who are supposedly dead. यहां dead का मतलब नहीं है मुर्दे, वो मुर्दे जिनके जिस्म से रूह निकल चुकी हो. यहां मुर्दों का मतलब है, dead का मतलब है वो लोग जिन्होंने उम्मीद छोड़ दी हो, जो खुदा से दूर चले गए हों, जो गफलत में पड़े हुए हों. वो उन लोगों को कोई ऐसा पैगाम देना चाहता है कि उनकी जिंदगी में भी एक नई उनकी बॉडी में भी, उनके जिस्म में भी एक नई जान पैदा हो। लेट मी सिंग ऑफ दैट विच इंस्पायर पीपल विद लव and cause all bitterness and hatred to vanish. The poet wants to inspire people with love. We cannot inspire people if we lack knowledge and love. We can only inspire people with love and truth and knowledge based on truth. So the poet wants to gain knowledge and he wants to inspire people with love and his knowledge. And cause all bitterness and hatred to vanish. He wants to remove bitterness and hatred from the hearts of the people. लोग किस तरह एक दूसरे से नफरत करते हैं, लोग एक दूसरे का जिद रखते हैं, एक दूसरे से बैर रखते हैं, और शायर इसी बैर को, इसी नफरत को लोगों के दिलों से रिमूव करना चाहता है, खत्म कर देना चाहता है। नाउ लेट्स रीड नेक्स्ट लाइन्स ऑफ द पोएम। You brought me to bloom with the earliest vernal breeze. Let not the burning heat of summer wither me grey. You brought me to bloom with the earliest vernal breeze. Vernal means something that's related to spring. Breeze means gentle air. वो खुशगवार हवा जो दिलों को तरोताजा करती है, सुबह की हवा। You brought me to bloom. शायर खुदा से दुआ करता है कि आप मुझे, ब्लूम का मतलब है खिलना, जिस तरह फूल खिलते हैं जब सुबह ठंडी ठंडी हवा चलती है, तो इसी तरह शायर भी खिलना चाहता है फ्लावर्स की तरह। Let not the burning heat of summer wither me grey. To wither means to disappear, to fade away. जायल हो जाना, कमजोर पड़ जाना, मुरझा जाना। शायर गर्मी में जिस तरह से प्लांट्स मुरझा जाते हैं गर्मी की वजह से, सूरज की तपश की वजह से, शायर गर्मी की तपश में मुरझा जाना नहीं चाहता है। यहां मतलब है कि दुनिया में अगर इंसान लाइल्म हो तो वो दुनिया में खो जाता है, गलत कामों में लग जाता है। तो यही शायर का यहां पे मतलब है कि वो दुनिया के मामलों में गिरना नहीं चाहता है, वो अपने खुदा से दूर होना नहीं चाहता है, वो इस दुनिया के मामलों में अपनी जिंदगी को खत्म नहीं करना चाहता है। नाउ लेट्स रीड मोर लाइन्स ऑफ दिस पोएम। Like dew, how long shall I wait for the first flash of the sun? Awaken me with the flowers in the first stroke of the dawn. Like dew. Dew means little drops of water that one can see on grass and leaves of the trees and plants early in the morning. इसको हम कहते हैं शबनम। In these two lines, the poet uses the poetic device of simile. He compares himself with dew and he compares knowledge with the first flash of the sun. वो सूरज की किरणों, सूरज की रोशनी को इल्म से तशबीह देता है और अपने आप को ड्यू से तशबीह देता है। He means to say that these dewdrops are worthless without sun's light. He means to say that he is nothing on this earth without knowledge. And in next line, awaken me with the flowers. Awaken means बेदार होना, वो बेदार होना चाहता है, just like the flowers awake when the first light of the sun falls upon them. जिस तरह से फ्लावर्स पे जब सूरज की रोशनी पड़ती है वो खिल जाते हैं, जैसे बेदार हो जाते हैं। इसी तरह से शायर भी बेदार होना चाहता है इल्म हासिल करके, इल्म से वो बेदार है लेकिन गफलत में पड़ा हुआ है, आंखें बंद नहीं है उसकी। ही मीन्स टू से दैट विदाउट नॉलेज ही इज नथिंग। ही कांट इंस्पायर एनीवन। He can't separate the true and real, original message of his Lord. In form, I am a man; in substance, far from humanity. Subject me not to trials, shame not my human form. In these two lines, the poet G.M. Mahjoor admits that he is human only in form. Form means in structure and physical appearance, and in substance far from humanity. शायर एतराफ करता है, he admits that he is only human being in form, in structure, but what is inside him, there is nothing like humanity. उसके रूह में, उसके जिस्म में इंसानियत नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है। शक्ली छुस इंसान मगर इंसानियत निश बेखबर। हाउतम मत इम्तिहान यम शक्ल मत मंद छाउतम। The poet requests his Lord not to put him in any tough test or any tough task, because he knows that his human form will be put to shame, because he knows that he will definitely fail in these tests. Forsaken by men am I, and so they call me Mahjoor. People may desert me thus, but you don't abandon me, Lord. In these two lines, in these ending lines of the poem, closing lines of the poem, the poet Ghulam Ahmad Mahjoor says that he is abandoned by the people of this world. That's why he is called Mahjoor by them. He says that he doesn't care if people betray or abandon him. उसे परवाह नहीं है कि लोग अगर उसे अलग करें अपने आप से, या उसे तन्हा छोड़ दें, या उसे दूर करें, but he is unable to bear any kind of separation from his Lord. लेकिन वो खुदा से जुदाई किसी भी हाल में बर्दाश्त करने के लिए तैयार। Dear students, I am going to send you the study material of this poem through document format. I hope that you will download that document file and make notes for future use. This is enough for today. Stay home, stay safe, and remember us in your prayers.